I am Father Mike Driscoll, a priest of the Diocese of Peoria, Illinois, presenting a series of videos on Catholic Demonology. Video 6, Pagan Spirit Possession and Exorcism. Part 1, Pagan Spirit Possession Beliefs. Belief in spirit possession differs from one religion to another. In Christianity, possession may be defined as evil spirits, that is, devils or demons, exerting their power over the body of a person. The demons are literally in possession of the victim's body and are therefore controlling his actions and words. Many pagans share the belief that people can be possessed by evil spirits. However, many pagans also believe that possessing spirits are not always evil. It is believed that if the possessing spirit is neutral or good, it may possess someone because it has been offended or disrespected. Some believe that the spirit of a dead person may possess his enemies. This spirit may even possess family members or friends if they did not perform the proper funeral rituals. Some pagans believe in non-human spirits, for example, the spirits of areas of land or forests or bodies of water. These are said to possess anyone who disturbs them as a form of retaliation. Part 2, Pagan Exorcism. The ritual of expelling unwanted spirits from individuals is called exorcism. There are two categories of pagan exorcism rituals, one for evil spirits and the other for those spirits that are neutral or good. The ritual in which the exorcist tries to appease the possessing spirits may be called an appeasement exorcism. The exorcist may perform rituals and other actions to apologize for the offense and to make amends. The exorcist may communicate with the spirit beforehand, then perform the exorcism ceremony, or this communication may be part of the exorcism ceremony itself. During the ceremony, the exorcist is sometimes believed to become possessed by the offended spirits. He may enter into a trance, and his voice may change, which would indicate that the spirits are speaking. The possessed person is almost always present for the ceremony, and oftentimes the family, clan, village, or tribe is also present. The ceremony itself, with its prayers and offerings, may be enough to appease the spirits. Otherwise, the ceremony may reveal to the exorcist additional demands that the offended spirits require to appease them. A different type of exorcism is performed when the possessing spirits are believed to be inherently evil and must be forced to depart. These spirits may possess and torment people at random, or they may inhabit a particular place and attack those who happen by, or they may possess their victims as the result of a curse or spell cast by an enemy, or they may possess individuals who, either deliberately or mistakenly, enter into relationships with them. Unlike good or neutral spirits, which may be appeased, the evil spirits must be fought by the exorcist. This is done in what may be called a battle exorcism. In battle exorcisms, the victim may have opened himself to the possessing spirits or provoked them in some way, but the spirits have no interest in accepting any apology, offering, or other means of making amends. Therefore, the exorcist and the possessing spirits interact as enemies. The exorcist recites prayers or incantations and performs rituals that are believed to be effective in forcing the spirits out of the victim. The exorcist often demands that the spirits reveal the information such as their name and number, how, why, and when they entered the victim, the means by which they may be forced to depart, and the sign that will occur showing that they have been driven out. The victims of the spirit possession are almost always present for the exorcism ceremony, as are some family members. Others in the tribe or clan may also be present, though this is not as important as in the appeasement exorcism. The reason appears to be that a good or neutral spirit who has been offended will appreciate the efforts of the community in making amends, whereas nothing can appease the evil spirit, and only the efforts of the exorcist can successfully drive it from the victim. The ritual may involve a mask, figurine, small statue, or other object. In these ceremonies, the exorcist forces the spirit to leave its victim and enter the object, which may be destroyed, often by fire, or sealed with prayers or incantations, thereby imprisoning the spirit within it. The success of the ceremony is believed to be known by observing whether the victims have been restored to the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state that they were in before the possession occurred. Part 3. Fiji Appeasement Exorcism. In 1968, in the Fiji Islands, a local man named Munsami led the building of a new school. In the construction process, he damaged a natural rock formation that held what was believed to be a sacred pool of water. Shortly after the school was completed, Munsami was afflicted by a severe skin disease and died 3 years later. Immediately after the death of Munsami, 18 schoolgirls from ages 8 through 14 began having health problems. They all experienced irregular breathing and hyperventilation, their arms and hands twitched, and they made high-pitched growling-type sounds. The villagers attributed both Munsami's death and the girls' illness to the spirits of the sacred pool being offended by the damage done to the rock formation during construction of the new school. Local Western physicians investigated and found that the girl most severely afflicted, referred to as the trigger girl, had a history of emotional problems and hyperventilating. The physicians reasoned that when she went through a recent episode, it triggered similar behavior in some of her classmates. The physicians were able to relieve the symptoms in the other girls by closing the school for a week and telling the parents to keep the girls separated from one another and to keep them calm. But the parents and other villagers were not convinced. They consulted a local Muslim woman believed to be a healer. This healer ordered that kava fruit should be offered to the spirits at the pool, accompanied by traditional Fiji prayers. While this was being done, the healer had the girls brought to her and rubbed their throats with coconut oil. This helped temporarily, but the girls' affliction resumed shortly after they left her. The parents then contacted a local Hindu healer, who said that he felt no evil spirits, but perceived that the good spirits of the sacred pool were angry at being disturbed. He asked that the girls be brought to the pool and tied a talisman as a necklace on each of them. He burned camphor, poured milk into the pool, and poured a kava juice around it. He asked the angry spirits to forgive the offense that had been done to their pool. At the conclusion, he told the villagers that the ceremony had satisfied the spirits. They were no longer angry and would no longer afflict the girls. But the villagers wanted to be even more certain of a permanent cure for the girls, so they decided to hold a great prayer ceremony. They prepared a sacred place by cutting the grass and spreading cow manure on it, then dug a fire pit and filled it with dried mango twigs. During the ceremony, a Hindu priest prayed, the afflicted girls poured butter into the fire, and a sacred meal was shared by all present. The ritual concluded by collecting what was left in the fire pit and placing it under a sacred mango tree. The one girl who did not take part in the various rituals was the so-called trigger girl, the one whose problems had preceded the others. She had been continuously treated by the Western physicians with mixed results. In contrast, within 2 days of the great village ceremony, all of the other girls were completely relieved of their symptoms. The villagers agreed that their cure was a combination of the efforts of the Muslim healer, the Hindu healer, and the village prayer ceremony led by the Hindu priest. Part 4. Haiti Battle Exorcism. A 1989 book entitled Voodoo in Haiti describes a battle exorcism performed on a previously healthy man who had suddenly become ill and unable to eat to such an extent that he was wasting away. Because the man's family believed this was caused by an evil spirit, he was taken to a sacred house where a voodoo mambo, or priestess, would perform an exorcism. She prepared a mat for the man by placing it on a scattering of ashes and coffee grounds. He took off his shirt and lay down on the mat. The mambo, or priestess, said some prayers, threw bile from a bowl on the man's face and body, spat rum into his face, and pounded his arms and legs. He was taken outside and laid in a trench, and rubbed with herbal water, oil, and flaming rum. The ceremony concluded with the man getting out of the trench and a chicken being buried alive in the trench. The man was given a clean shirt to wear and a cup of tea to drink, and told to spit a lot. After this exorcism ceremony, the man quickly regained his health. Part 5. Catholic View of Pagan Exorcism. What are Catholics to think of pagan exorcisms? Many of the alleged cases of spirit possession are actually physical, mental, or emotional problems. Pagans facing actual demonic possession may have no real option other than seeking help from their own priest, shaman, or other exorcist. If this is a good person acting sincerely to the best of his or her knowledge, God may reward the efforts by expelling the demons from the possessed person. If not, the interaction with the spirit world could be invoking demons and making the matters worse. However, just as those who have access to pure water should not drink from a dirty, stagnant pool, which may or may not be safe, so those with access to the Catholic Church should not look for any other means of driving out evil spirits. Summary. Many pagans believe that people can be possessed by spirits that are good, neutral, or evil. If the possessing spirit is believed to be good or neutral, it may have been offended. Some kind of ritual may be done to appease it and end the possession. If the possessing spirit is believed to be evil, there is no appeasing it. The exorcism is a battle to force it out. Pagans may innocently do their best to drive out demons, but Catholics should never seek their help.